Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you had a amazing holiday season with family, friends. Welcome, come on in the room, everybody, for our second service. I hope you guys are doing fairly well. Slept well. Come on, I love that. I am. I woke up this morning, honestly, a little like heavy for whatever reason. So I went up, got up, prayed, moved around. One of the things that I'm learning to do that, is to move when things just feel stagnant. I don't know if y'all do that, but that is a great way to get out of moodiness or, because things happen where energies come up. What's up, Charlie Sprinkles? And so I got up moving around, prayed, and then sound bath did the sound bath this morning, and I'm feeling amazing. So I'm like, bet, let's get it. Thank y'all for the like, fam. Come on in the room, share this live. Share this live because we getting ready to have our conversation with the Metaphysical Bible Study. Come on, I love it. Not that I went to go see it twice, but I went by myself, and then I went to go see. We're talking about seeing the movie Wicked. So those that are coming in the room, and we're gonna get into our book. We are, and this will probably be the last week we address this live. Well, maybe not the last week, but we're gonna take a break, and I'm looking at doing some teaching next week or conversation around something else. But we are. I saw it twice. That's what I was talking about. And first, I went by myself, and then my kids like, I want to go see it, so I took them. Second time, I fell asleep, but only because I was sleepy. But I still want to go watch it again. Hey, is that weird? Because I fell asleep the second time around, but I still would watch it again. I don't know if it's Cynthia, the way Cynthia just sings and just, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the dancing. I don't know if it's the message. I don't know what it is. But I might even have to do a whole, I don't want to call it a sermon, but just a coaching series on Wicked because yeah, you ready to go again already? Listen, because Wicked is a whole sermon. It's a whole revival on how when you be you. See, this is Jesus in his full effect, And if you super religious, this may not be the lie for you because Wicked is the gospel that we needed. You hear me? Wicked is the gospel that we needed because it speaks to how you can be yourself and still be crucified. Come on, somebody. You just showing up being yourself. Let's say you just show and be yourself and you still get crucified. So many levels. And so, yeah, fam. So thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing this live. Hey, my name is Titus Glenn, your spiritual deconstruction coach. And we are in this space of just having a conversation around the moon. And with this conversation, we brought into metaphysical Bible study because when you look at the Bible from a metaphysical point of view, you understand that the Bible in itself is a book of the mind. It's a book of the mind. So thank you, Megan. Happy healing to you on your journey. For those that are here, we are streaming here and there and everywhere. And so we have a lot of conversations coming in the room. Those that know me as a church boy, hey, I still love God. I still speak in tongues. I still do all that. But I now have an understanding that what I was taught is a different is more to it. Can I say it that way? Can I? Come on, I appreciate it, 305 Shelley. It's more to it than the dogmatic teaching. And when you look at it metaphysically, when you look at it outside of the dogmatic practices or us being colonized into what we should believe, you wake up and you understand that the Bible can be considered and will probably help you best if you look at it from an allegory point of view. And if you know what an allegory is a story with a hidden message. Come on, somebody. And the Bible, when you look at it in this way, is life changing. It is life changing. So, how do we get back to this conversation around the moon and the Bible? Because we understand that when you look at the Bible as a coded book, you can see and know that in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And it says that God created this for a sign of the times. Right? So if you're looking for the signs, you can look up in the heavens, you can look up and see what's getting ready to happen. If it's getting ready to rain, the clouds go dark. My God, today, astrology. You know, see what I'm saying? Like even the birds know when to fly out because of astrology. Like, okay, all those things, right? But when you look at the particular scripture when it says, I gave you the sun and the moon, right? The sun, right? The sun is a depiction of your sun sign, your ego, right? How people see you when they first get to know you, right? That is your sun sign, or it could be considered the person that you are evolving into, how you will get people to have all eyes on you, per se, right? Because that sun, that light is beaming, shining bright. But then you have your moon sign, and it also says in scripture that he gave us the lesser light. Come on, somebody. Lesser light, not meaning that it wasn't as powerful, but the lesser light meaning that it was governing another part of who you are. Your feelings, your emotions, your intuition, that place you need to learn and know how to go when you need to advocate for self, when you need to tap into your intuition, when you need to hear the voice of God, right? So having this information supports you. If you don't know your sun sign, I mean, well, everybody know your sun sign. Most people know their sun sign, but most people do not know their moon sign. If you don't know your moon sign, I recommend getting your moon sign so you can have this information to self-reflect. Be more intentional about self-care. All right, be more intentional about how do you get into that space of hearing the voice of God, or hearing that universal consciousness, or hearing what you're called to do, or so if you don't know, my recommendation is this: find out your exact time of birth and put that into a natal chart. This is not something. This is not something, in my opinion. You don't have to take it. This is not something I would recommend guessing about. And if you haven't had your natal chart read, it's good information to know this, right? Consider it a map of how to live your life. Not the end all be all, but an opportunity for you to unpack what is God calling me to do? What is coming up for me that I need to learn? What is coming up for me that I might need to experience versus running away from? Okay? This is not witchcraft. I'm gonna say that again for those Moon and Scorpio. That's what's up. This is not witchcraft. I'm gonna say it again for those religious people that are coming into the room. That all we got is this is false teaching. This is false teaching. But all you know is Jesus the Christian, and Jesus wasn't Christian. All right, let me sit Craig down. Craig is my alter ego. Come on, it's a beautiful map to the path I'm walking, and it's a powerful hands up. Absolutely powerful hands up. And again, I'm gonna say this is not demonic. This is nothing of that. So if you've been taught that, I listen. If it don't work for you, it don't work for you. Part ways, okay? So this is a tool that I found that has helped me find myself, be myself, and fall in love with God all the more. Come on, somebody. Lift your hands and tell God thank you. Or universe consciousness, or tell yourself whatever that looks like for you. Okay? There's no heat, no judgment. I say often on this channel, thank you, fam, for almost 1,000 likes on our quest to 10,000 likes. I say this all the time. I'll say it again. I'm not here to save you. But I am here to hold space while you save yourself. I am not here to save you, but I am here to hold space as you save yourself. What do you mean hold space? Have the freaking darn conversation. Have the conversation about how life is handled. Have the conversation about Jesus being a trigger for you now. Have a conversation about, I don't know if I believe in Jesus or not. I have a conversation around, I don't really believe in God. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to just hold space as you figure out what works for you. All right. And I'm just talking about what has helped me. All right. So that's how we got here, looking at the Bible as an allegory book, understanding with this information in mind that God gave us two lights, how people see us, come on, somebody, and how we internally are navigating inwardly. What I'm going through now. What do you mean, Coco Bean? Thank you, Mike, for commenting. We have some comments on YouTube that's saying we're blind, but I actually see quite well now. So, but thank you for sharing and commenting where you are. And so, oh, got you. Where you are, got you. Thank you. Okay. So if this doesn't work for you, you're more than welcome to go to a different channel. And I find it fascinating. We're gonna get into it. I promise you. We're gonna pick up. We're gonna pick it. I find it fascinating because the Bible speaks of leading with love, and a lot of times people in religious spaces don't lead with love. Don't do not lead with love, because how do we know they don't lead with love? Because when you come into somebody's life and say what they're doing is demonic or leading people astray, is an indicator that you're not in a space of leading with love, and you are tied to this idea that your way is the right way. And I'm not saying your way is the wrong way. I'm just sharing what has helped me, right? So I just bid everybody love, bid everybody joy, peace, wherever you are on your own journey. If you came into this and it don't work for you, that's your journey. But there are some people that actually use this information and it continues to show up and help them clear out, help them hold on, help them let go. So there's so many people outside of the sect of the people that you fellowship with that are using information like this that assist and support them in their own healing journey. All right, let me hop out of that because I'm not trying to get caught up in anybody's trigger, because I understand that we are dealing with a great awakening. We're dealing with a great awakening, and a lot of people, I hate to say, who are in a dogmatic Christian practice, this will be triggering for, because their amygdala is in a space of the flight freeze um, zone. So anything that would make them feel like they're going to hell, or feel like, oh my goodness, what is God going to say? Is going to put them in a energy of you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Stop teaching people the wrong way. And that is because they are triggered and we are not. Are we clear? Are we clear? Okay. So understand. And this is what I was coaching my family yesterday. When you start to do your work, you have to understand what's your trigger and what somebody else's trigger is. You hear me? For those that are coming into this space of awakening, let me help you. If it's okay to share this in the next 2 minutes, I promise you we moving. Put a mic in the chat, because this just hit me as a download. And I want to share it with you for those that are coming in the room. Okay, put a mic in the chat. And I'm gonna share this with you because this might help somebody who is on your spiritual journey, who's just now waking up. A great day, and you're like, OMG, OMG, why they got so much to say about what I'm doing? This is what happens. This is what happens when you start living your truth. It triggers other people. Woo. And so the tactic of the ego is to project and make somebody else wrong. Okay, but in actuality, it's triggering in their on a soul spirit type of level. They're having to go investigate within them what is true and what's not true. So when you're leading in love, when you're doing what your soul is calling you to do, when you're just living life, you have to understand, you have to learn how to manage your own trigger and release what's triggering how you are managing other people's, because you can't manage other people's trigger. When you're called to this type of work, you're going to trigger people. You're going to trigger people because they've been conditioned to save you. Okay, I said 2 minutes. I said 2 minutes. Okay, and I feel like I'm getting caught up. They've been conditioned to save you. So you have to understand that when you're talking astrology, when you're talking mediumship, when you're talking to your ancestors, these are things that in their brain, it's like, oh my goodness, that's wrong, that's wrong. Oh my goodness, hell, hell, hell. Oh my goodness, Jesus is coming back soon, get it right. But if Jesus is coming back, he's not coming to America. He will go back to Israel. So, anywho, that's like a whole conversation. Okay, but I don't want to be petty. I feel like Craig is rising up. All right. So, in all that, learn how to manage your triggers, family. If you're doing call to this work, welcome, 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 welcome. People are gonna get mad, and that has nothing to do with you. Okay? Live your life, do what you're called to do, and don't let people talk you out of it. All right? I think I said enough. I love y'all. All right? If you're new here, put in the chat where you are tuning in from. I want to sing this to you, okay? It goes a little something like this. Just in case you haven't heard it in a while. Hey, and just in case you really need to know, just in case you haven't heard it in a while, just in case you really need to know. Oh, I love you back, eh? I love you, I love you, I love you back, eh? I love you, I love you, I love you back, eh? I love you, I love you, I love you back. Hey, I love her. IMRU. Oh, thank you so much. I am a spiritual deconstruction coach who happens to songwrite, sing, and sound heal. Like that's where we are. So thank you. I do have music out if that's what you are into. If you like that, I have gospel music, sound baths, all that under Titus Glenn under all music platforms. Okay, let's get into it. Uh let's just go. I don't know where we were last week, family, but um let's get into should we do finding passion? Should we do resiliency? Coach Carla, I'll take it. Should we do values? What we feeling like, family? Uh should we do healing? Aries, should we do the healing on all moon signs? Or should we do resiliency? Healing. All right, let's do healing. All right. All right. So we'll start with Aries and we're gonna go. Okay, let's do healing. Let's do healing. Bet. Let's get it. And let me turn this book around for those that want to see what we're reading from. We're reading from Moon Signs, Houses, and Healing. Carmen Turner Scott. What's up, T from Chris and T? Go check him out. Go follow him. And again, this is a modality that I use that has helped me find myself, be myself, and let everybody else do the same. Because everybody else, what they doing, ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay, are we clear? Here we go. Aries Moon healing. Aries Moon people heal by expressing their fierce emotions in healthy ways. Trying to control passionate feelings and being overly concerned about how others perceive them can get them in the way of healing. Whereas being assertive and speaking the truth helps encourage healing. Whew. I am sorry. I'm having a moment here. Okay, we getting back to it. And I'm an Aries rising, okay? And on YouTube we have I mean, I don't want to be petty. Okay, let me get out of that. Okay, let me get let me just say this. Let me just say this. And we'll block and keep on moving. Because we got somebody on YouTube who 20 minutes ago said that I was teaching nonsense, but 20 minutes is still here saying a bunch of nonsense, just pray to Jesus and you'll be healed. And this is religious trauma at its best. Because how are you in disagreement with what I'm saying, but you're still here? But thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing where you are. Just make it make sense, because logically, if I don't like something, I leave the room. Or if it doesn't resonate or if it doesn't sit well, I just leave the room. So these are things that you begin to really consider when you start looking at religious trauma and how it shows up. And this is a prime example of the subconscious and how everything is playing out, to where you stay in a room with things that you don't agree with and stick around. The two and the other two got. Listen, it got to make sense. Okay, but if you're here, that means you're meant to be here, and however this is working for you, if you like to feel uncomfortable, stay around. Okay? I love you. I love you back. Okay? All right, Craig, sit down. All right. Aries Moon, we're back at it. I'm realizing I missed y'all. I missed y'all. Aries Moon people heal by expressing their fierce emotions in healthy ways. Trying to control passionate feelings and being overly concerned about others perceive them can get in the way of healing. Whereas being assertive and speaking the truth helps encourage healing. So if you're an Aries moon, if you haven't been speaking your truth, you need to start speaking your truth. It helps you get it out versus holding on to it. Aries moon, if you like to feel uncomfortable, stay around, needs to be. I like the idea of messing about, so how do I start the process of learning? Um, I would say to start the process of metaphysical Bible study, the website that I use, I think it's fam. We're gonna get into it. Forget, I'm not all over the place. I'm really here. Um, let's go. Let's go. I think it's Unity, Truth and Unity is a website that I use, and it breaks down. It breaks down. Let me just. You could type in metaphysical Bible. It's truthunity.net is where you want to be. And they have all like they you truthunity.net is where I will start, and it gives you the breakdown of all the words. And I think it's Charles Fillmore that also has a metaphysical book. Yes, thank you. And that opens you up to look at the Bible and the meaning of metaphysical, which means to go beyond the physical. And so a lot of what we were taught, and we get back into it, family. A lot of what we were taught the Bible as a literal book. And when you teach the Bible as a literal book, this is why you have conflicting opinions. All right, this is why you have wars and people trying to say that you're wrong and you're right. Okay. Have I taught about meditation? I have not did a lot of teaching about meditation, but we might start because I got a book that came into my thinking. So this might be an opportunity to teach about meditation. All right, it's called Practicing the Presence. So we're looking to get into this. Okay, so and this is legit. What made me not throw the Bible away? All right, because to teach the Bible as a literal book had me conflicted within myself. But when I realized that the book was beyond this literal interpretation, it allowed me to use it as a tool to navigate my own life without condemning people to hell. Grand Rising Cocoa Butter. All right, back to Aries Moon. Aries Moon people have emotional wounds that come from impatience. Woo! And I know I'm moving a little fast, but we getting back into it. Aries Moon have emotional wounds Aries moon people have emotions that come from impatience. They tend to move on quickly from uncomfortable feelings without processing them. Dropping people and moving on immediately from life situations doesn't give them time to process the impact. So, unhealed trauma, regret, loss, and hurt feelings linger in relationships. They may find themselves repeating similar unhealthy relationship patterns or attracting the same type of incompatible people. Oh, that's what's up. Learning to balance their thoughts and feelings happens by remaining calm and taking deep breaths before speaking. All right, so Aries Moon, you want to make sure, according to what we're learning, is that you speak, but you may want to take a breath before you speak. Because with that Aries Moon fire energy, you might say something that even if it's facetious, because we could probably be a little playful, as an Aries rising. That's there, right? You might want to take a breath before you say it. Okay, but you need to say it. Okay? You need to say it. Let's go with the Taurus healing. Taurus moon. Where you at, Taurus moons? If you're in the building, say something. Say something if you're in the building. Come on, Taurus moon. Taurus moon healing. Hey, M3770, how are you? Taurus moon healed by expressing uncomfortable emotions in peaceful and loving ways. Quiet, calm, and observant, they dislike conflict. Oh, you Taurus? Oh, come on. They don't always speak up when they want to or need to. Good day. They're very mature, but is their moon in Taurus? Do they have a Taurus moon? They don't always speak up when they want to or need to. Learning to be more direct and share feelings with others, even if they are nervous, help increase their confidence. Ah, listen. Food, come on, listen to this, Taurus Moons. Food is used as a crutch to heal unpleasant emotions, and not addressing a problem can lead to overeating. Taurus Moons tend to avoid taking care of their emotional needs. They neglect themselves and dislike reflection. But escaping from feelings only causes additional stress and potential health problems. Taurus moons need to release negative emotions in order to heal. Letting go and forgiving those who have hurt them is the quickest way to attain deep healing. Healing also comes from trusting others' opinions and advice. Taurus moon people need close friends and families to encourage them, even if they have a hard time allowing others to help them. Okay? So, Taurus moon, this is giving like being open and vulnerable to those that are closest to you. Listen, physically, you cannot hold that in. Like, I feel like the Aries moon energy is giving, I'm going to say it to whoever's in the room. Okay. I feel like the Taurus moon energy is giving, okay, let me find my safe place and share what's on my heart so I can get it out. Right? That's what that's giving. And I feel like the Taurus moon speaks to validation of self. That having somebody that can see you, because the Taurus moon is referring to the second house of self worth, self appreciation. I feel like that Taurus moon being in there. I know we have not done Aquarius yet. The moon being in the, if your moon sign is Taurus, I feel like that speaks to being validated, and somebody honoring your feelings will bring about a elevation of self-validation and self-worth. Okay, let's get into it, family. You see, I hope this is helping you, because it helps me to really hear and hold space for people. All right, let's get into Gemini healing. Gemini moon healing, this is. Oh, that's what's up. Gemini moons are prone to oversharing when they feel stressed or anxious, and they need to heal destructive thoughts by getting to the root of the emotions causing them. So this is giving you talking around the problem instead of talking to the problem. Gemini moons. Woo! Talking around the problem versus just saying where you are. That's what it's feeling like to me. And they need to heal disruptive thoughts by getting to the root of the emotions causing them. Thank you for the share. Gemini moons should seek out a counselor or therapist who creates a safe environment so that they are able to express themselves. Working with a trained professional to talk through the things that are bothering them allows them to vent in a healthy way. Learning to control their urge to blurt something out will help them avoid miscommunication and disagreements. I think this is interesting because I feel like now we're working backwards a little bit. We got Taurus, like go ahead and speak. We got Aries, go ahead and speak. Take a breath though before you say it so you don't come out with that fire. Taurus is like, let's find a safe place so we can share this information and get off my chest. And now we got Gemini just saying, okay, let's just not say nothing and actually process what we need to say. Let's get clear about what we really feeling so we're not talking around the problem and actually deal with the root cause of what's going on. Yeah, this stuff is so edible to me. I don't know about y'all, but this is so edible to me. So if you got like a Gemini moon in your family, when they're talking, you feel them a little anxious, you could just say, "What is wrong? What is the emotion? What's the root cause of this?" And if you really, really love them, it's about getting that Gemini to get focused, to really give, okay, what is the focus right now? I used to work for a carpenter. It was me and him as his apprentice. And I saw a lot on his mental. He was listen, and a Gemini, they need that mental stimulation. Yes, they need to be stimulated, right? But also at the same time, sometimes they need to have that focus because their mind could be going all the time, all the time, all the time. And if this is your moon sign, I can only imagine like what is this doing as an air sign? What is it doing with the constantly thinking, your mind all over the place, having 10 million conversations all at the same time, and having to really settle and really find your rest and your resolve, Gemini. I'm a Scorpio moon, and we just need to be. I feel like that Scorpio moon with Gemini. I feel like that's a little. I feel like the Scorpio moon would judge the Gemini in the sense of why you lying to yourself? Why you talking about all these things, but you're not really talking about the problem? I feel like that would be that conversation. But that's just me looking at the Scorpio moon as somebody that is like really, really in depth, really wants to deal with the heart of it. And maybe the flip side is that it's like the Scorpio moon, you feel like where they want to go. So maybe that Scorpio moon could navigate. Listen, I feel like that Scorpio moon would be judging the Gemini moon as I get it together. Like, what we talking about? Like, what are we doing? So I think that's interesting. But this is just my interpretation of looking at how these moon signs will correlate. Yes, that the Scorpio moon needs deep uh uh focal point. Yes, we're observing, we are judging all the time. Listen, that part, right? So that would be an interesting combination. Um, because okay, Gemini moons, because they can be people pleasers and charm people with their words. Gemini moons must heal the pattern of telling others what they want to hear. Whew. Listen, and I feel like because it be the water signs that be picking up those lies. Hey Heather, and so I feel like The Scorpio moon will call the Gemini moon out and say, "Don't just tell me stuff I want to hear. Like, please speak the truth." So I feel like it would be like this taming of the beast to actually get to, okay, come on, say it. Hey, hey, Cameron. Okay, let's get it, y'all. Gemini, that was Gemini. Let's go to Cancer. Let's go to Cancer moon. Cancer moon healing. Here we go. Cancer moon heals by spending time alone in solitude. Yeah, yep, that's what you mind told me. You are my everything after day. Hilarious. And they went out like a harsh reality and on their dreams. Absolutely. I can respect that too. Okay, Cancer moon healing. Okay. Cancer moon heals by spending time alone in solitude. Oh, come on, Pisces moon. I'm a Pisces moon. Come on. Come on, high five through the screen. I'm a Pisces moon. Come on. I love it. Cancer's moon healed by spending time alone in solitude. Taking time to reflect on their emotions help them move forward from loss, grief, tragedy, and change. Writing and journaling can help them expunge traumatic emotions from their body. Family karma and past life cycles related to nurturing and mothering impact Cancer's moon's healing. Releasing old wounds and disappointments caused by people they cared about is important in order for Cancer moons to truly heal. Adjusting current emotional expectations for their families spurs healing and growth. Okay, well, this is again for the Cancer moon. Letting down the hard shell that protects their soft interior can encourage Cancer moon's people to step out of their comfort zone. Thank you for the follow, which ignites greater healing. Pushing themselves to take risk and being vulnerable increases their ability to trust others. Sharing deep feelings with someone they care about leads to greater intimacy and fulfillment. Allowing people to help them can be extremely healing for Cancer moons. Taking care of everyone else is second nature, but they heal when they learn to make themselves priority. Spending time near any type of water is healing. And I feel like this is for all the water signs. As a Pisces moon, um, what does Aries? We did Aries, Heather. The Aries moon is about you speaking your truth, taking a breath though before you speaking your truth, and not caring what other people think. Okay, but with the type of water with the Pisces moon water, I definitely vouch for this. I would even say Scorpio would probably be okay with going to the water to sit and meditate. So if you are meditating, if you're getting to the this space of meditation, I would encourage you to find out your moon sign because you might not need to be in water. You might need to be playing in the dirt or rolling in the mud depending on your moon sign. And this is how you use this information for your own personal development. Again, for those that are coming in the room, my name is Titus Glenn. I am your spiritual deconstruction life coach who happens to sing, songwrite, and do sound healing. Okay. So in this space, we are using this information to assist us on our own personal development. And this is, again, not witchcraft. Okay, this is a tool for personal development. This is not something that we worship. This is something that we use as a guide, as a tool to help us navigate what we might need in the moment. Okay, I have not taken a bath with Epsom, so I don't have to try that. Oh, you came in right on time? That's what's up. All right, so we did Cancer Moon healing, okay? So, Cancer Moons, you may want to take some time by the water, take some time alone because I feel like what happens is with the Cancer Moon, because it's a representation of the fourth house and family, I feel like you have a heart for family and family wants to be in your presence. But I feel like the disconnect or the harm or the overuse of that could bring about anxiety and irritation versus just say, you know what, family, I love y'all. Can y'all give me the house for the day? I think this would be an opportunity to say, I love y'all. Husband, take the kids to the movies. I just need to be in a home to clear my thoughts. Or when the kids are asleep and bathes the bed, take you a nice bath in water, just so you can have some time to yourself in the comfort of your home. Okay, and that's how I would say that. Okay. All right, let's get into the Leo moon. We're my Leo moons. We're dealing with Leo moon healing. Your daughter gets upset when I'm by. Oh, the control of that. I wonder what her sign is, Mika. What is her? That might be territorial. Is she a Leo moon? Let's give it Leo moon. Like, I'm gonna protect the people I love. That's what that's feeling like. What is her moon sign? Libras. She's a Libra moon. Interesting. I wonder what that is about then. Maybe that Libra, if she is a Libra moon, maybe it's about the exchange of energy, or finding that balance, finding that relationship, because Libras are about relationship. So is she a Libra moon though? Is she a Libra moon, or is she a Libra sun? And you said both, and I'm assuming you said both your daughters are Libras, and you might be talking about your sun sign, and we're talking about moon signs. And again, if you're new to this information, your sun sign is going to be how people see you, but your moon sign is about your emotions. And okay, so if you don't know, then I would recommend you pull their natal chart. If you know their exact time of birth, you the offering is this: pull their natal chart, natal, and see what their moon sign is. I did this with my kids while I had them, and it was something to see, because I have two Aquarius moons, and one of my daughters, she can be so ruthless, but she's so loving. And when I saw her moon sign, I was like, oh, because she's an Aquarius moon, when things happen in the house, she be so detached from it. And so it's like she's an Aquarius sun, but she's also an Aquarius moon. So now it gives off, okay, when y'all see her acting detached, it doesn't mean that she doesn't care. This is how she's processing. So I'm using this information to teach my kids how people respond is none of your business. Right? So if you don't know your child's moon sign, look at their moon sign, because the moon sign will even give you tools as a parent on how to show them love. And so now I know with the Aquarius moons, two moons that I have, right? It's about giving them some time alone, uh, 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 the time away. It's also about uh, it's also about that Aquarius moon is about teaching them how to be, or giving them the space to be individuals and be expressive in that, right? So this is good information for your kids, and to show them, okay, this is the information, this is how you were created. And I think it validates them being a human being, right? And then my other son, my son, I believe he was a Capricorn rising, but I think he was a Cancer. He was a Cancer moon. And this explains so much why my son will cry a lot. And I wouldn't push him from crying, but in my head I'll be thinking, this guy is just crying over everything. And so now I know that because he has this Cancer moon, he is feeling he is feeling more than the average bear. And he's probably feeling what other people are not saying. And this is why, if you got kids who are boys that have moon signs, to call them a punk is really a dishonoring to how they're made up. Thank you, Shiana. So I would encourage those that are in this space of spirituality to start also unpacking this and using this information to support you in uprearing your kids, especially if you got a son that cries a lot or very emotional, because his moon sign might be mooning. Or if it's a Leo moon and they just pop off at the mouth. And they don't care whether, or if they're an Aquarius moon and things are happening. And like prime example, my son came off from his trip, who's a Cancer moon. Come on, who's a Cancer moon, and he came home excited. And then my daughter, who is an Aquarius moon, he walked into the room where she was, and she looked at him and was like, "Oh, you're here," and that crushed him. Oh, that's what's up. That crushed him. But now it's like, okay, son, you can't take her for what she said, all right? And then it's like teaching her an awareness that when you act this way, there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. Can we be observant to the energy that's in the room, right? Right? So teaching him not to be offensive and teaching her how to monitor her detachment and how that could show up. Okay, so this is again, this is a tool that you can use so that you're not looking at your kids like, why is she acting this way? Okay, it's a tool. Okay, Leo moon healing. All right, Leo moons are known to brag and highlight their own achievements. Listen, the Leo moons, they need attention, y'all. They do this when they feel insecure or aren't getting adequate attention. So if you got that Leo moon as a child, and that child is always wanting a validation, child, give that child that validation. That Leo moon needs that that affection. And if I remember correctly, Leo moons also are advocates for touch. So if you have a Leo moon, or if your child or your spouse is a Leo moon, affirmation is essential and physical touch is essential. Leo moons are known to brag and highlight their own achievements. They do this when they feel insecure or aren't getting quite attention. Uh, she's a Libra moon. Okay. Okay. So that Libra moon, that could be just being more so. I wonder what else is in her house too. I wonder what house, because especially if that Libra moon is in, I would say that Libra moon is in the fourth house. That would be about family, or the 10th house, or probably more so the family than the fourth house. Your Leo daughter is off the chain. But whatever, yeah. So that moon sign in Libra is probably giving the balance, and if she doesn't want to be alone, it's probably just validating that probably also teaching her how to be independent, and maybe just establishing the balance of codependency versus dependency. But that's just a thought. Good morning, Suk. Okay, but I would do your own research on what that Libra moon, and see how that resonates with your daughter and how you are monitoring what's showing up for her. Okay, and we're gonna get into Libra moon, uh, real quick. Okay, flattery and kind words are what Leo moons crave most from others. If people in their lives are unable to do this, they feel hurt and ignored. Their need for praise pushes people away and cause tension in relationships. Ooh, that Libra moon is fiery, so it's like the attention that they seek can come across as arrogance. They can come across as arrogance, but it's not arrogance. It's more so of their way of saying, look at me, this is what I'm doing," right? Because that's their way of getting the validation or the credibility that they're doing they're doing exceptionally well. Okay, and a lot of people don't take that because it come across as it's about me. Forget you. It's about me. But Leo moons. Thank you. Leo moons need that validation. They need that space to say it is about me. And you make it about them, and you go make it about them in the sense of your words and validating them, right? But I think that the work in that Leo moon space is also understanding that it's not always about you. You see that you see there's a yin and a yang in this. Cause that Leo moon will have you like, okay, when is my turn? Can I get in now? No, no, it's my time. It's my time. But you've been on stage for an hour. And you be like, I just need 10 minutes. Can you just give me 10 minutes? So it's like, okay, okay, I gave him 10 minutes. It's okay, it's okay. Right? That's the work of that Leo moon. All right. Right? But if you have a Leo moon, validating them, and I think it's learning how to coerce. Leo with a Taurus moon, that's what's up. I think it's learning about how to. You have a Leo with a Taurus moon, okay? I think it's about how to love on that Leo moon so much that they don't mind giving you your time. I think it's about pumping that ego up with that Leo moon, and then at the end of the day, once you've shown them that you got them, they 10 toes down because that Leo moon is very protective over the things that they love. Okay, all right. Did we cover Leo moons? Leo moons heal when they learn to be humbler. let, let me read this last paragraph and we'll keep it moving. Leo moons relationships often suffer because friends, family, and coworkers feel they aren't listening. They can make others feel inferior when they refuse to acknowledge others people's ideas have value. Hey, Kelly B. Letting others be recognized and making an extra effort to give other people credit will create healthier relationships. Leo moons heal when they learn to be humbler. Acknowledging mistakes and admitting when they are wrong will help heal relationships. I had a conversation with a Leo son. I don't know his moon sign, but I think he is a Leo moon. And in the conversation I was having with him, because we had an alt, I was like, I don't feel like you're listening to me. And he was like, but I am. And he was like, I said I apologize. And I was like, you really didn't say you apology? Well, he said I wasn't a good at this. Like, that's not an apology. You saying you wasn't good at something is not an apology for somebody that needs to say, I apologize for the way that I showed up. That's an apology. The Leo moon, I feel like, or Leo sun, that Leo energy will hint on the things they didn't do per se, but it's not in declination that you apologize for how you showed up. And so what I'm saying to the Leos out there is starting to use the words, I apologize for how I showed up. And I recognize that the way I showed up created this is another way that you can uh, allow people to hear you. Hey, Shanta. Okay, you don't have to take me for it, but I'm just saying because your energy already reads to people that you don't give a damn. If I can say it that way, okay. So just learning how to curate the right words so that the listener knows that you're listening to them. Okay, let's get to this Virgo healing. Okay, Virgo healing for all the Virgo moons in the room. Virgo moons are excellent at healing other people and are able to alleviate others' emotional pain. It's a blessing to be of service. Natural counselors and communicators, they offer wonderful advice to those in need and have a calm healing presence. Taking care of others helps them heal their own inner wounds. In the 11th house, okay, cat, I can see how the 11th house, you doing group counseling, or not. I didn't mean to point that way, but I can give that gives that Virgo moon energy to me. Group counseling or community. Like, how do I help this community? How do I support this community? Like, that heals. Like, even looking at it, okay, I didn't get this, so I'm going to give it to other people. So the houses represents the area of a life that is being dealt with. The houses represent the area of life that's being dealt with. Ah, bam. Well, there you have it. There you have it. Like, you can't make that, like, this stuff is so amazing. Like, once you really apply it, not worship it, but once you start to see it and you see it over, people, validate, well, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm sensing, this is what I'm feeling, then it just more so attunes you into this way, okay, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And I think for me, not having access to this information, I continue to question my call. Not saying that I don't question, but there's less questioning of who I am and what I'm called to do because I have a roadmap and I have some type of guide to assist and support what I'm supposed to be doing. And this is why, no offense, clutch your pearls. This is why when you say pray to Jesus, he'll give you the answer. But what if Jesus gave the answer to astrology? But because of your religious trauma and you've been taught that it's evil, you'll never know the answer. I'm just saying, listen. And what is your, so I will pull a natal chart. I will pull a natal chart. If you are struggling with your calling, pull a natal chart. Go to your 10th house, is because it's about how you, the 10th house is about how you are in the world, right? 11th house is about how you are in community. So I will look at your 10th house. Okay. Okay. Well, if you are ready for that investment, if you're ready for that investment, I do have a service for a reading. And so if you're ready for that investment, I can pull that information for you. Okay. So that information is in my profile. But information like this supports you in knowing what you're called to do. Okay. If you're struggling with what you're called to do and where you're supposed to be, and you've been a devout Christian and you still don't know the answer, this is an opportunity for you to open up and say, God, show me how, and be open to what God shows you. Because it might be in the form of astrology, it might be in the form of tarot, it might be in form of something that you're not familiar with. Gemini moon and Virgo. Virgo gives another skeptical, critical. Virgo moon gives, let me help you organize your thoughts, Gemini moon. Scorpio moon gives, okay, get to the point already. Get to the point already. Virgo moon gives Gemini, come, what are you thinking? Okay, okay, you're gonna think about this for 10 minutes. And then what's your next thought? Okay. Then you're gonna think about this for another 10 minutes. Virgo moons gives organization, gives let's oh, that's what's up. Virgo moon is giving let's organize what we're doing here. Listen, me too, Cam Hut. Astrology and tarot. This is where I'm landing. Okay, Virgo moon are always working hard and setting goals, just like worker bees. They can accomplish a great deal. They succeed in the helping professions because they are highly committed, passionate, and energetic about work. Balancing their practical and emotional needs will help them be healthier. They heal when they find time to relax, take a vacation, and spend quality time with their family. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the follow. Okay, so here we are, fam. So, releasing high standards and expectations helps Virgo moons heal insecurities. So, with your Virgo moon, when it comes to working with people, it's more like I give you the information, I give you the strategy. Okay, I give you the strategy, but I'm not going to be attached to you doing the strategy because that Virgo moon gives. Okay, I told you what to do. I've organized it. Now you're not doing it, but or if you're doing it, you didn't do it correctly, right? So that Virgo moon gives, okay, this is the information. Do it. The work now becomes with the Virgo moons. This is the information. Do with it what you please, and not coming back to critique. Met a Virgo who is listen, but the Virgo moon really wants to help. So the conversation. Yes. The conversation with the Virgo is like, okay, I love the advice that you gave. Thank you for helping me organize. Or, babe, can you help me with this? Can you help me with this? I just want to get the information. Trust and know I might not use all of it, but I do value your input. I think that would be a good workaround with a Virgo to get the support to help to organize, but also put the boundary up that if you don't use all the information, that they don't have to come back and critique you. But that Virgo moon also speaks of again, like you said, Kat, that self care. Um, oh, listen, the structure of that home is on lock. You hear me? The Capricorn, Sun, the Virgo moon, that's like grounding all day. Thank you for the heart, fam. The organization, the routines, the scheduling. Man, I can only imagine what the organization of the home looks like. Oh, you got it. We sending God, Father, Mother God, we send love and light to Beth. Pray that you will allow her to breathe in this right now moment. And so it is. So yeah, with the Virgo, I think it's listen, the caps, that earth energy be like, okay, this is what we're doing. Now now here's the thing, Cat. That Gemini Sun and Gemini Moon is gonna give y'all, and they're gonna say we gonna speak that it's gonna probably open y'all up to be flexible, and that might be what you guys co-created because it could be that your soul was calling for an exploration of something different, to be on the move, to be on the go. So I can see with the Gemini toddler being so active that organizing schedules, organizing schedules on how do I keep this child moving on a schedule, because that's going to be the taming of the beast, right? That Gemini always on the move and wanting to be into everything. And I think that even if you got a toddler, establishing a routine to where, okay, we're playing with the blocks for 10 minutes. Okay, timer is off. Or even training the child in a way that they operate the timer. Okay, put this on 10 minutes. When it go off, you go to the next thing. I think you can use that as an advantage so that their mind is continuing to move, because that Gemini moon standing still, no. That's gonna be the toddler that you need to have multiple things going on, maybe puzzles, coloring books, things that they like, oh, what is this? What is this? That's what that Gemini moon is giving. Oh, that's what's up. Okay. So Virgo moons, make sure you take care of yourself, okay? All right. Let's do Virgo moon, and then I think I'm gonna take a break, and we're gonna finish this later. We did Virgo. We're doing Libra. Let's go with Libra healing. Libra moon healing. Libra moons heal when they find a relationship and develop intimacy with someone else. But developing healthy relationship patterns is crucial in order for them to heal. Libra moons tend to attract self centered and abusive partners. Healthy relationships are based on mutual respect, love, affection, and friendship. I got you. Let me see if I can get through them real quick. If I can be done by 9. Let's see if I can get through all of them. That's what's up. Okay. Libra. Healthy relationships are based on mutual respect, love, affection, and friendship. Healing comes when Libra moons learn that friendship and trust are more important than romantic passion. Extreme emotions fizzle and burn out, but true love lasts a lifetime. Okay, extreme emotions fizzle and burn out, but true love lasts a lifetime. Picking the right partner is important for overall life satisfaction. Libra moons need true love, and when they find it, they heal all the wounds of their past. Ooh, sometimes Libra moons focus too much energy on their partner. They might even sacrifice their own emotional needs for the ones they love. It's important to fill up their own cups first. They're always helping others solve problems and disagreements, but Libra moons heal when they focus more on their own lives. Making themselves a priority should be the goal. So Libra moons, you need to be in a relationship, but it's about developing, not being codependent, and making that relationship the the priority. Like, this not saying don't be in a relationship, Libra moon. This is say don't let that relationship consume you. Don't let that relationship consume you because you need the balance. And maybe the daughter mother Libra relationship, maybe that is teaching her about balance, because maybe she's I don't know if you're still in the room, but I feel like when we're talking about your daughter being a Libra, that could be an opportunity to teach her again about the balance between when mommy needs her time and when you can go and do your time, and then teaching her how to show up in other relationships so that when she gets out into the world, whether it's a girlfriend, boyfriend, sister, cousin, whatever that looks like, she knows it's okay to give people their time, and really starting to dismantle that idea of codependency, and really leaning into being independent. And that might be the lesson that she's here to learn. Lessons are learned from embracing conflict and facing it head on. Libra moons heal when they communicate what they really want. Compromising and discussing different opinions in open and honest ways are important for the Libra moon. All right, let's get into Scorpio. Scorpio moon healing. Here we go. Scorpio moons heal when they forgive and release the past. Because those Scorpios, they hold on. They I think I think this is different than Aquarius, because I feel like Aquarius, they see, they don't hold the grudge. They just like, okay, it don't work out. But I feel like the Scorpio moon reads, I see you and I still have the same feeling as if you did it yesterday. Aquarius moon would be like, maybe I should call them today. Scorpio moon reads, you did that and I'm never talking to you again. But that Scorpio moon is calling for forgiving the past. Not saying I gotta rock with you, but it's leading to, I release it. You did it. I'm working through forgiveness. Okay? Giving people a second chance is not easy for them. Cutting people off and moving on without them is one of their coping mechanisms. But holding on to grudges and painful emotions can make them bitter and lead to pent up anger. Whew. Negative emotions will plague their lives if they don't learn how to forgive past hurts. Yeah, Scorpio moons, you hear me? You asked for the healing for the Scorpio moons. You asked for the healing. So my question, you don't have to answer it out loud. Who ain't you forgave? And this is a good opportunity. This is a good opportunity to leave that stuff alone going into 2025. You asked for it. You probably thought I was going to just journal about it. No, forgive. And maybe journaling can lead to forgiveness. But what are you doing that, when it comes up, you're not reliving. You're not reliving the events. Scorpio moons are intensely emotional and take things personally. Hey, beauty art bag. Hey. Scorpio moons are intensely emotional and take things personally. Other people's words affect them deeply. So they are super sensitive to criticism. Thank you. It's difficult for them to forget how others made them feel. They can hold a grudge and have a hard time forgetting how people treat them. Whew. When they realize that no one is perfect and people make mistakes, then they can heal. Listen, Scorpio Moons, I got a book that I want to recommend to you. If you ain't read this, I recommend everybody read it. But definitely for the Scorpio Moons, if you're having a hard time with forgiveness, I would say read this book. Because I also feel like the Scorpio Moons do a lot of projecting. This is just my personal opinion. I mean, we all do a lot of projecting. However, I feel like the Scorpio Moon's energy reads, okay, I did it, you should be okay. You did it to me, that's a no-go. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference here. Because you did it to me, and I see that you did it to me, I'm never forgiving you again. And it could be because of past hurt, but your healing as a Scorpio Moon, you have to forgive. You have to forgive the past. I had a therapist purchase this book for me. She said I sound like the author. Have you read the book? This is this will free you up. This is you talking about a gospel. This is a gospel. It was a great read, absolutely. So if you're dealing with, and that's anybody in the room, if you're dealing with projecting onto others, I recommend reading that book because one of the four agreements is to take nothing personally. And the Scorpio moons, you take things personally and you feel it deeply. Not only do you take it, but you feel it, and then you allow that feeling of how you felt to navigate how you treat people or treat other people that have similar qualities to the person that you dealt with that you no longer speak to. And you will continue to experience that level and caliber of people because that experience, that pattern, oh, it's all good. That pattern that you've created psychologically is showing up so that you can heal. So you find yourself dealing with people and traits and characteristics and you're attracting those people is because you're holding on to something from the past that you need to release about your judgments about what you think happened. Uh, this book is Moon Signs, Houses, and Healing with a little Titus Glenn official flair. With a little Titus Glenn commentary. My pleasure. You forgive them, but remove them from your life. That this absolutely. I mean, you can forgive them, right? You can forgive them, but it's also about every time it comes up, not allowing that energy to take you back to that place. And this is really important for the Scorpio moons for your healing. Oh, thank you, Campbell. Okay. Scorpio moons need to feel complex emotions in order to truly understand themselves and others. So if you're feeling the emotions, you're getting absolute forgiveness is for you and not them. Absolutely. And so when we talk about the forgiveness piece, right? When you're feeling that, and this is a course that I'm working on, healing through relationships, using it as a mirror, as a Scorpio moon, if you're feeling it deeply, now it's another opportunity for you to investigate where have I done this to other people and where have I done it to myself? And you can always flip that. Where have I done this to myself? Because what you're feeling, that trigger is about you and not them. And the longer you project it out, the longer you delay your own healing. Okay? Coming to a class to near you, because once you start using your relationships as a mirror, you optimize, and to me, you quicken the healing process. The quicker you can see where that annoyance that you say is in them, where you identify it in you. Okay, we good. Many Scorpio moons struggle with reproduction. Okay, um, well that's not well. Many Scorpio moons struggle with reproductive issues, health issues involving sexual organs, and issues of elimination. When they are hurt, they struggle with feelings of depression, isolation, jealousy, and revenge. Healing inner wounds and processing loss can be easier if they talk to a trained counselor therapist. Okay? Bet Sag. Let's get into it. And if anything resonates, and this is, if you need further unpacking, hop on a discovery call with me. It's a gift from me to you. 15 minutes. You can book it, and we have a conversation on how we can expand and grow through this and co-create a space together. Because you can do this stuff alone, but you don't have to. Okay. All right. Sagittarius healing. Sagittarius moon heal when they are able to pursue knowledge. Reading and taking classes soothes their soul. Thank you for the gift. Discussing serious topics such as religion. Thank you. Such as religion, philosophy, and world issues. Excuse me. Helps them heal. Researching life's complex problems helps them gain understanding. Spending time outdoors is beneficial. Hiking, rock climbing, exploring caves can help Sagittarius moon clear their mind. Spending time in the forest, camping, and renting a cabin are good getaways for healing and reflecting. This is interesting because I've been talking about this stuff with even with my mom, and she was feeling some type of way, and I said, "What is your moon sign?" You know, she was my mom. She's a Christian. She's a believer. So she was a little hesitant, and she finally gave it to me. We finally figured it out, and one of the things that we observed, she's a Sagittarius moon. I'm going somewhere with this. One of the things that we observed is that she had been in the house a lot. And I said, well, you may want to start going out. Or maybe you need a staycation. Because it's this type of information that you can use, no matter what age you are, to really get you out your funk. Spending time outdoors is beneficial. Sagittarius moon, hiking, rock climbing, and exploring caves can help Sagittarius moon clear their mind. Spending time in the forest, camping, and renting a cabin are good getaways for healing and reflecting. To feel balanced, they must nurture their need for adventure. And now I know when my mama come into town, I no longer get annoyed Because my mom would be here, she'd be there, she'd be, I gotta see this, I gotta see this. At first, it used to annoy the mess out of me. Now it's an acceptance. Okay, this is her way of being on an adventure, and this is why she don't plan nothing. And it'd be so annoying. Like, okay, mama, what are you doing? I don't know. I'm just gonna just. I was like, mama, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Well, we can do this. We can do this. And it'd be like, I need a schedule. I need to know, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So it's for, and so I've learned the Pisces moon in me is learning how to adapt. Oh, you're ascended to Sagittarius. See, and the energy could spill over in some of these spaces. Okay? All right. Sagittarius moon. They feel balanced. They must nurture their need for adventure. Exploring the world can be extremely healing. Thank you for the follow, Michelle. Driven and with an abundant amount of energy, movement is soothing to Sagittarius moons and help them process their thoughts and emotions. Being cooped up in an office or at a desk restricts their energy. Everything makes so much sense when we know. Absolutely. So when you know this stuff about your people, you ain't offended. And if you are offended, you begin to check, okay, why is this bothering me? And if it's bothering you, in a way, in a loving relationship, now you give power to it. Oh, not, we don't want to give power to it. We want to dismantle what it's doing to you by giving a voice, and you begin to speak and you begin to do things that clear the way for healing. Between Sagittarius and Scorpio, I have a lot going on in my chart. Okay, Kamka, you can always book a call, and we can explore through that. We can take that information and bring it to conversation. So if you continue to get mad at with your husband because he's not taking out the trash, so many nuggets in that, because it could be something else in that. It could be something else in that you may need to explore. You know, it's all about knowing, first knowing yourself, because him not taking out the trash, if that's triggering you, that could be about you either not feeling heard, you're not feeling validated, and that's a conversation that you can have, or it could be triggering uh, a way that you're getting your needs met that you don't feel honored. So it's so many things to unpack. But if you know you, you know yourself, then you can articulate it in a way that is not hurtful and projecting on it. And I think that's one of the harms in relationships. We get into relationships and we say, "You made me feel this way," when it's not them that made us feel a way. It is us ourselves that took the information, felt a way about it, and then put it on the other person and made it their responsibility. Ooh, listen, that's called ownership. Listen, and you want to change your relationship, you gotta learn how to be 100% accountable for all of it. Listen, and I tell you, this is, and you just ask me how I know, child. Being married for 14 years taught me. I used to put it on my wife. You don't validate me. And I had to understand I wasn't validating myself. Hey, Sade. I wasn't affirming myself. She wasn't making me feel any type of way. I was taking what was happening, feeling some type of way about it, and then blaming it on her. And we all have done that. But this healing journey requires you to take full accountability. Full accountability. Okay? Uh, Sagittarius moons are direct communicators who are blunt and honest. Their ability to talk about difficult situations is a strength that helps them confront issues head on. They heal by expressing their thoughts and emotions, allowing themselves enough time to feel unpleasant emotions as well as discussing them with people they trust helps them aid the healing process. For the Sagittarius moon. Sagittarius, they dislike feeling tied down and heal when they shift their beliefs about freedom. Sagittarius moon people can maintain freedom no matter what other people do or what situations impact their lives. So again, if you're dating a Sagittarius, not again, but this is an offering. If your spouse is a Sagittarius moon, it's not good that you're in his face all day. Or calling him or her all day. Sagittarius moon, they need space. Now, this is a conversation that you must have with your Sagittarius, and the Sagittarius, you might need to have this conversation with your boo, your children, because it's just not a boo thing. This could be a family thing. This could be your children teaching them early. I love y'all, but I need space, and this is how I regain and be my best for you. And this space could look like leaving y'all at home while I go to Vegas. Not because I don't want y'all with me, but because the Sagittarius in me likes to travel. Oh my goodness. But I love y'all. Listen. I'm just telling you. This is what the Sagittarius, this is my Sagittarius. This is the part that I love myself. But what you're gonna love, you're gonna love that I did it because it's gonna give me the tools to treat you better. So you actually want me to go. You want me to go and be by myself. So when I come back, I'm so in tune with who I am that I am not projecting my stuff on you. So you really do want me to go. You just don't know it yet. But once I get back, you're gonna feel it by my beingness. Okay? Sagittarius moves. Gotta love y'all. Okay? I get it. I get it. But I'm also one who's studying this stuff to assist and support me. I'm not doing it for y'all. I'm doing it for me and my mama, who now I know is a Sagittarius moon. So when she's don't know what she want to do and she's traveling and she's coming into town, not really telling me what's going on, I'm not affected by it. I just tap into my Pisces moon and just become adaptable. All at the same time creating a boundary and say, you know what? You've run out of time with me and I'll see you on the next trip. And I have done that. Oh my goodness. And full transparency. Come on, story time. I know I'm over time. And I'm trying to get to Capricorn. I'm trying to get to these before story time. Okay, so my mama and listen, we still love each other. My mama came into town. And I after my mama came into town and she was, made her awareness that she wanted to spend time with me. So I bet. Okay. It's like, do you have a game plan? What time? She's like, well, we can do it this way. I said, okay. So I had this awareness in mind. So now I started planning. All right. We nailed down the time. She said she was coming. And then she called. She's like, well, can we do it this way? And so now I'm like, okay. Okay, I'm changing. And then she was like, well, can you go pick me up? I was like, okay. And then next thing I know, she chased it again. So now here I am, like, okay. Time is going by. And then next thing I know, I didn't hear nothing. Because at this point, she's supposed to be coming to my house. And so I was so irritated. I was like, we didn't change this 4 times. And I'm being adaptive. I'm being adaptable. Oh, okay. We write a Capricorn. But yes. But long story short, I had to tell her, you know what? I'm not going with you tonight. This is the time I allotted. I don't know what you're doing. You can go ahead and do it, but this is a boundary. And we conversated through it, and we was the better for it. But that was a battle that we had to. You know. All right, Capricorn. Okay. Capricorn moons heal. Let's see. Capricorns heal. Yeah, they do. Here we go. Capricorn moon heal when they value their personal life more than their work life. Capricorn moons heal when they value their personal life more than they value their work life. Spending quality time away from work with family and children and friends help them find emotional balance. Capricorn moons are known to experience depressive mood cycles. It is important for them to focus within when these feelings arise. Healing insecurity and the belief that they are not good enough helps them overcome self doubt. No one can be perfect, hey, all the time. Capricorn moons need to accept themselves and others without judgment. Releasing their critical beliefs and opinions helps them heal. Capricorn moons need to heal their relationships. Loved ones often feel neglected because how much time Capricorn moons spend working. And if things are going well at work, they sometimes take it out on their family. When they interact with their loved ones, Capricorn moons need to make sure they are not distracted and fully present. They heal when they realize people are more important than completing tasks. Capricorn moon need to heal the belief that they have to be successful in order to be worthy. All right? For the Capricorn moon. Aquarius moon. Healing. Did it hit home? Nick's draws. Did it hit home? Yo, y'all be asking for this stuff. I'm only sharing the information. Okay, Aquarius healing. Aquarius moon can be detached from their physical body. It's hard for them to verbalize feelings or process them. They feel more comfortable using logic and intellect to solve problems. When they allow themselves to feel unpleasant emotions, they can heal many areas of their life. Mm. They need to stop avoiding emotions and pushing people away. Their need for autonomy and independence can prevent healing. When Aquarius moons experience loss, they want to think it through to make sense of it. Grief has to be felt, and they need to allow themselves to express emotions. As a mental sign, they overanalyze things, making them feel worse. Sometimes thinking does not help them solve emotional problems. Aquarius moons find practical ways to deal with crisis and change. Being part of a support group with others who have had a similar life experience will be beneficial. They need to avoid isolating themselves when they are struggling with emotional issues. Ultimately, change can inspire them and invigorate them. Aquarius moons can be independent spirits and still interact with others in emotional ways. Flashes of insight and imaginative ideas hit them out of the blue. Journaling and writing their ideas, thoughts, and feelings help them get in touch with what they really want. Okay? For the Aquarius moon. Last but not least, we made it through, fam. Thank you for those that stayed, that stuck around. Appreciate you. Pisces moon. Pisces moon heal by listening to music. Music soothes the soul and helps them relax. Being surrounded by art and expressing creativity are also healing. In order to work on themselves, Pisces moons need to ensure they have a peaceful and stable home life. Having a safe place where they can withdraw, think, write, and ground themselves is key. Spending time alone each day helps them recuperate, process their emotions, and recharge. When they feel overwhelmed or stressed, finding solitude and thinking positively can help them work through negative emotions. Taking care of animals can also encourage healing. One of the most important things for Pisces moons is feeling a sense of purpose. They need to follow a spiritual path and feel connected to a higher purpose. Researching different faiths and beliefs can help them find greater meaning in life. They find comfort in the belief that everything happens for a reason, and believing that angels, spirit guides, and a higher power are watching over them is soothing. Spiritual disciplines like yoga, prayer, and meditation, breathing exercises, walking, and listening to music inspires healing. All right, fam. That's where we at, fam. We made it through the healing. And so tomorrow we will go back through another sector. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for the 10,000 likes. If you guys are in the space and needed someone to unpack more of this information with you, you can click on the information in my bio to book a call. If you want to be a blessing, I do accept what time. Oh, you want to be on time? I do this at 7:30 Central Standard Time. I come live, so I have two lives. One at 5:30 a.m. So if you're up, we're doing sound baths at 5:30. My pleasure. And then at 7:30 we come back and do metaphysical Bible study in this way. Okay. All right. So let me sing our song to you. Thank you for all the donations. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for everything you contributed to this space today. So I love y'all. Goes a little something like this for those that need to hear this. Just in case you haven't heard it in a while. Hey. And just in case you really need to know. Just in case you haven't heard it in a while. Just in case you really need to know. Oh, I love you back. Hey, I love you. I love you. I love you back. Hey, I love you. I love you. I love you back. Hey, I love you. I love you. I love you back. All right. I love y'all, fam.